nominated in the All-Nighter Division II First Team as well as Honorable Mention. You can see the faces up here. If you were these individuals, stand up for me. Maddie Hughes is actually right now playing in the Next Gen 7s for Team USA against Canada and their academies. And this group of individuals as well attended the U23 camp. So Queens was, out of all of the programs in all of the country, the program that had the most representation at this event. So congratulations. Representing your country and having these opportunities is something that was a dream when we just started the program. It's now very much a reality, and I'm very excited to see where it goes in the future. So it's just going to be more and more. We're going to get to a point where I'm going to need many, many slides for this. So get excited about that. So this was the Royal Service Award. You'll get there next year. We mean that in a nice way. So now we come to this really fun part about the team awards. Okay? So the first award we have is the Newcomer Award. So this individual is someone who is brand new to this program. It could be a transfer or first-year student. Some individual that has made a big impact on the field in terms of their play, what they've done in terms of statistical analysis and the things that have made a big difference. And it's also an element of having that impact. And we know their presence on the field and what they do to really elevate the level of play around us. So it's down to their performance as well as being great teammates. And this individual is Jada. This award is because I absolutely would not be standing here and no one would be here at all if it weren't for John Downey. So John Downey was the Dean of Students here at Queens, and as legend goes, he's the individual that called me out of nowhere and said, hey, I hear you know something about rugby. Would you mind coming down and talk to some people at Queens? And I said, Queens, okay, yeah, I can do that. Thought I was going to talk about how great the sport was, and after a 3-hour meeting, I had convinced them that NCAA rugby is the way to go in the future, and women's rugby should be a part of that. So they added 5 sports programs all at the same time. And what I love so much about John Downey is his persistence to make rugby a part of this campus. He had been working on that for 10+ years. So I'm really thankful. Also, everybody check your voicemail, okay? It is important. You never know when it's going to be a really important phone call like that. That will be totally transformational. And when you think about that, call people back. Find out what it's all about, because nobody would be here right now if it weren't for just saying, that sounds exciting, right? So what John Downey was able to do then from there, he would donate money, he would take every step possible, and he truly cared about the equity of men's and women's rugby representation. But I think more importantly than anything is he just truly loved Queens. So, and he's gone on now to Widener, is where he's now, and we're actually in conversations to look at Widener next. So it's sort of that cycle of, can we make rugby a part of everything that we do and thread it? Because he's been playing rugby for 30+ years as a wonderful, incredible ambassador of the sport. So this year we really took the route of saying, it's about performance and what we can do for the sport, but how are we taking Queens rugby to the next level? And there are a lot of things we think about beyond just wins and losses that are cementing the sport here within every part of what we do. And when you think about this individual and all that they've overcome within the fall to the spring, and then taken the different things that have been challenging and turned them in opportunities to make rugby even more critical, to be something that's elevating it and creating pathways for other people. This individual is literally coaching programs for young people who will one day earn scholarships and go to college. Okay? And I think that is the best essence of what John Downey believed in, and said, I'm going to allow people to go to college and earn a wonderful education through the sport that we all love. And this individual is John Downey. Program, was lockstep with Shiloh doing all of that work. Also coached the Queens squad as well, Queens Cup Sevens, while recovering from a back injury. And I think it's really fun. So forward of the year. So what I love about this individual is how they were able to make that transition from 15s to 7s, make an impact in every form and scope of the game. Something that, when they think about their progression as an athlete, at the time they're thinking, can I do both, right? Is it something that I think that I can make an impact for the team? They also do this on top of the most rigorous schedule anybody has ever seen, and they put in that effort and time to do the things that are necessary as an elite athlete. And their performance is just skyrocketed. And this individual is Jennifer. Yeah, Jenna. The dogs are out. The dogs are loose. Anybody got a leash? The back of the year. So the individual that will receive this award has some of the best field sense I have seen, and was one of, when we were going through the process of saying, can they make Queens their home, one that I was absolutely just electrically excited about. Come from a storied high school program, and somebody that finds a way to really make a difference on the field. And I think what their skill set brings is just something that has really taken our level of play, our level of understanding to the next level in both 7s and 15s. If you look at the statistical analysis, it's very rare to find a fly half that has leading in tackles. It's usually a thing that people talk about that doesn't happen, right? And I think it's kind of very fitting that, of course, at this program, we do things that don't happen very often, right? And this individual is Shelly. So this individual, across the board, when you look at how things went, tries, conversions, top level things that we have seen, and they absolutely light up the pitch. It's electric when they play. It's something that everybody just watches the field, and the Impact Award is the person that stands out to make the biggest difference. They've also been on this incredible journey to become the same level of performance as well as a better teammate. And I think that's kind of the most challenging thing. You can be the greatest athlete in the world, but finding that level of being able to do what you need to do to work with one another and to bring out the best of everybody else. And that is a process that takes quite a long time to learn. And this individual, the only reason that they are not here is because they're making an impact on the international stage right now. So that individual is... And the last award that we have is the Wear the Crown Award. So Wear the Crown, we don't really look at MVP because that's all of us, right? There's so many individuals who make an impact every single match. Different people step up. It's really fun to look at the stats that Dana puts together because there's so much variance in terms of the opposition and who we face and what everybody brings to the table. And that, I think, is the strength. Some of the best programs in the country have larger teams. And it is not the easiest thing all the time, right? To manage all personalities. I don't know anyone that gets 60 women together and it all goes really well, except us, right? We are a group that can find the commonality in the things that we love, which are rugby, one another, getting a great education, and making our family and people that care about us proud. And I can absolutely say we've been able to do that. And when I think about someone that I'm extremely proud of, who's been able to maintain academic excellence, who steps up in so many ways, who's passionate about what they do, and manages just an entire adult full life while also giving back to the sport, showing up and performing at a top level, and just representing the essence of wearing the crown, this individual is Hagen Steele. Having her come to going through this process of having to do the hard things to get to full recovery, to get back to play. There were many times where it was touch and go to say, is this for me? And I'm so thankful that she had the resilience. And it's just one of those things where you find someone that really personifies Queens Rugby. And that's definitely you. Thank you. Woo-hoo! So, most important people to thank are friends, family, everybody that is here, my lovely wife. My kids to be, which I can't wait. And I just cannot thank you enough, like family members, everybody, friends, besties that are just here, that show up all the time and make up the individuals that are part of just the fan squad and the little things that you do every day, just commenting, sharing things. Like, it takes an absolute village of people, and we have like a full metropolis of a city of humans that love us and care about us. So I cannot say thank you enough, because this doesn't happen without your support. And everyone here who is a student athlete, go tell them how lovely and wonderful they are, because they cannot hear it enough, and you should tell them all the time. And I also want to end with, you are all wonderful, fantastic human beings who have done such a great job of going through a process, right? Getting to where we are now, and it's been changing all the time, right? This is a current ebb and flow of the reality of the current sports landscape. We have some really exciting things coming up literally within days when we think about the prospect of Division I athletics, and there's only excitement coming this way. And that is because of the effort that you put in, right? You constantly give your all, and without it, we're not in the place that we are, and we are only going up. So thank you for that. So that's the close of the awards ceremony. So please get some extra food if you would like. I'm sure there's some hot bids going on over there. Make sure you don't get outbid. If you're interested in Team Store, we got merchandise in the back. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be some music and dancing coming up. So have fun, everybody.